that, and then let's come back over to the game and go over more of this stuff here. So if you see the command right here about patch, what does the patch change? Well, because we have the Luigi Balloon mode introduced here, it was in Nintendo's agenda to patch out all the nasty stuff that would make being a bully possible. So being able to clip out of bounds, doing the, you know, the cap toss clip. You know, by doing that stuff pretty much, it was in their interest to patch that out. I was not surprised to see clips patched out, but they weren't patched out entirely. They were explain Balloon World for the plebs. Well, I can't show you right now because the servers are still down for another hour and a half. But literally, you talk to Luigi in any world, and then you can you have 30 seconds from a set location to go hide balloons, and then you can try to find opponents online's hidden balloons within 30 seconds too, and it's pretty fun actually. So there is that. But yeah, point is, there were some things were done to the game in reaction to Nintendo wanting this new mode out there. So if we break it down here, what still works? Wooden mech boss early kills still work. That wasn't fixed. Scooter clip still works. Hit detection didn't really change on that, honestly. Moon skip, surprisingly, still works. They didn't add anything new. They didn't do a thing to the mountain to make it not work anymore. Dino jump still works, even though that was gonna not really change anyway. Klepto skip still not patched either. Still can do that if you trigger the vulture early. You can not trigger the cutscene. Things that are now patched out entirely. Darker side frog skip no longer works. That was patched out. Lunch turnip clip. The clip detection for when you exited a captured enemy no longer works. That was patched. Sunken acorn height toss loop. Again, I have to be on the old version to show you that one. It's kind of an obscure thing, but you take the acorn in particular in daytime snow, and you can make it fall to the bottom of a lake. And then apparently they forgot to fix this in the coding here, but whenever the acorn falls to the sunken point in a water or pond, body of water, that state of the nut was never redefined properly. So you can gain infinite height by reacquiring your tossed nut and just keep tossing it and climbing and you're grabbing it while in the air, kind of. Tough to explain because you have to kind of see it, but you're able to gain height infinitely, technically, with it. But it's pretty hard to do and has a very limited application, so no one was really able to figure out what you could do with it at least from my knowledge, no one's able to figure out what to do with it for any speedrun category. So, I'm sorry, not acorn, nut, my apology. Oh my god, I was a nut. Forgive me, Chad, I'm not a squirrel, I don't know the fucking difference there. So yeah, the sunken acorn height toss loop is patched. Talkatoo camera glitch, again, not really important for speedrunning, but the main thing that allowed everyone to cheese the jump rope challenge in Metro City, patched. Also, leaderboards for that, reset. So you can't do that anymore. Glide on clip in Lost Kingdom into the cage. Not useful for speedrunning because there's faster ways to get to the cage by just doing it legitimately. However, now patched, so it doesn't matter anymore. And most important here, way fucking harder now, clipping. Clipping is now really, really hard. So I'll come here and I'll happily show y'all what we're talking about now. So I'll show you an area where I can clip pretty well, and then we'll go back to Sand Kingdom and I'll show you where clipping is just increasing. So I'm on version 1.2, the latest version, and it is... Yeah, servers are coming back in another hour and 20 minutes. Also, how you doing, Slap Fox Hound? There we go. Oh, well. Well, you can see here I'm obviously out of bounds now, and you're able to like get into Shiveria Grand Prix early if you do this correctly. I did it terribly though. So that it's the speculation is that this was not really well understood even prior to the patch coming out. But the speculation now is that it's a lot harder. So either the detection, the collision detection for how this works has changed to make it harder now, and or it might now be frame perfect actually. So this has gotten a lot harder. This used to be super easy. On the older versions, this is like really easy to get up here. I usually get this within like 5 tries. Sometimes less than that. And I'm pretty mediocre at the clips, honestly. But now they are much harder. But again, from what my current knowledge right now, it's not well understood, so if it was better understood, there would be... It would be, we would be able to better understand how the clip works and possibly make it and get steps for them and whatnot. So this is so now we're out of bounds. Here's a stair that's right here that's like in there. You can see our currently in right now. And from here you can just like so that is the upstairs one that I'm pretty consistent at. There's also this one right here that I'm not even gonna try because this shit is I'm pretty bad at this one. Oh shit. Let's go. Alright, well so there you go. There's those are the two in Snow Kingdom to get you in here early. Very useful for world peace category as well as darker side of the moon.
Anime, I don't really fuck with that, but hentai, that's my shit.
Me rad.
17 months already. Keep up the good work. Loving the art streams.
Thank you. No, Venom's been on fire. I'm excited to draw with her Saturday. Alright, so there's that one. The last thing to go over before I get into more about, I guess, my opinion of what happened here, which is not like a super hot take, just my philosophy on where the community should go. And then we're gonna wrap up the stream because I am tired. Yeah, if you guys already haven't, check her out. My girl Venom has a really awesome stream. Like no lie. Ask her subs. Oh man, it's just every time. Dude, I can't even show you how I can't do that one. Alright, let's see. So this one here, so this pyramid right here is the inverted pyramid. Cappy says you can't brute force your way inside, but he's full of shit. I have not, according to Bayleaf, on the left side, I don't know though. Yeah, so I'm not good at, I think this has changed now, the setup for it. Much easier on the right side below the point of the pointy part of the mouth. Below the pointy part of the mouth because of the slope. Oh, here we go. Gotcha. So you stand like right here? Like on that. Yeah, I need to get good at this one, honestly. This one's kind of like, for bingo, this is like really, really useful. It's easier if you just go trigger it to open. Bro, just open the door, bro. Bro, have you tried Googling how to open that door, bro? Bro, have you tried looking up here for where the key is, man? Dude, like, when I'm too drunk to remember to do that shit, dude, that backup key comes in mega clutch, fam. Nah, no keys up there, yo. Sorry. Is that ever a feel? You know that feel when your backup hidden key is not there because you used it last time and you didn't put it back where it's supposed to be? Is that a thing? Is that feels? Is that feels? You know that? Do you know those feels? It's not feels I know, honestly. I'm never that irresponsible to. I don't even think I even have a backup house key. Have you tried knocking? I've tried bonking, not knocking. No, I always have my key. Like, it is like hard ingrained to my brain. Leave the house, cell phone, keys, wallet. Leave the restaurant, cell phone, keys, wallet. Leave the movie theater, cell phone, keys, wallet. Leave anywhere, those three things. If you have the cell phone, the keys, and the wallet, if you have those three, you can solve any problem you're stuck with. You can pay for whatever to get shit out of there. You have your keys so you're not like sweating, your car remaining unsecure or whatever the fuck. And you have your phone so you can use your make shit happen so you can pay for the shit you're gonna make happen. So, cell phone, keys, wallet. You have those three, and you do that check every time you get up habitually. Only takes one time, yo. Takes one time. Happened to me. I remember the day. It was 2008. I was at a movie theater. I was wearing gym shorts because I wanted to be comfy. It was my day off. I saw a movie. Actually, might have been 07. Might have been 07. This is pretend it was 07 because I forgot what movie I saw in 08. It's 07. Trax gets the in the year 2007. Trax goes to a movie theater and watches Spider-Man 3 wearing comfy gym shorts. However, these comfy gym shorts do not securely hold Trax's wallet and phone. Unbeknownst to him, he remembers his phone. However, his wallet fell out during the viewing of the movie. He then proceeds to leave the theater, going to his car, eventually realizing, wow, he's a fucking dumbass because he forgot his wallet. He goes there, panicking, frantically, going back to the theater, going back to the seat, and thankful to see that his wallet was still there on the ground. And he learned his lesson at that point to remember never ever again. When you get up from wherever you are, you do the 3 check. Made that word just now. 3 check. Wallet, cell phone, keys. Every time. Damn. Cool story, right? So yeah, feels bad. Don't lose your wallet. Dude, this fucking clip can eat my... And then, 11 years later, Tri-X does it. They said patched. They lied. Oh yeah, this is so much faster than doing it legit, but obviously like get it within like 10 tries or some shit like that. Like the other way to get here is like so fucking slow. Dude, that shit was I need a better step though for sure. I gotta watch like how Kerberos is doing it, cause I can't have him beat me in bingo and shit. Well, anyways, okay, so yeah, so there's that, because we're gonna wrap up here real shortly now. So there's the and it's a lot harder now, obviously. So with that, let's come back here to the final part of the entire thing, which is okay. So what I was advocating for during the debates over how to handle what the patch changes for Mario Odyssey, I was all for promoting everyone to pretty much come to the new version, because while in short term, yeah, going back to the old version because you have clips and all the old stuff that's like unpatched, because of what it takes to get an unpatched Mario Odyssey, system formatting your Switch, then keeping it offline, then having the disabling automatic updates, having a physical 1.0 cart of Mario Odyssey, because digital will auto update obviously. Having all of those things so you can be on 1.0, not the most welcoming thing in the world. And for a lot of people who have Breath of the Wild save data that can't be transferred off your SD card without another Switch to do the Switch swapping shit with, because for some dumb reason you can't save your saves to SD card physical or whatever. Some of y'all might not have friends. Some of y'all might not have a second Switch. Some of y'all don't want to deal with the hassle of doing all that shit in the first place. And I don't blame you. I too don't feel like I don't think downgrading is that important to me. So I was all of the camp like, yeah, you should obviously you wouldn't ban downgrading for those who really want to pursue the things they want to pursue. But I was definitely pushing for encouraging it to be on 1.2 or the newest version, and then go back from there. Ideally, with the idea that there would be like 2 main leaderboards for everything, and it would be like 1.0 downgrade and then newest version, which right now is of course 1.2. And as newer things come, we would tackle that as it comes. But ideally, you just keep on going, honestly. And then you just keep on adding, and you would call it like legacy. You would have you would figure out like how you would treat this hypothetical 1.2 when 1.3 comes out alongside the 1.0 runs is a problem you would deal with really when you get to that point. But like I feel like for now, having grandfathered legacy alongside newest version would be the most welcoming thing for new runners, because you're gonna have a second resurgence of runners coming to SMO whenever inevitably it's gonna have its GDQ showcase, I would think. And at that point, it's important to show the strength of the community by being really welcoming. So I feel like a lot of people are going to see what the top runners do, which will probably be running 1.0 unpatched or whatever at this point. And when they do, it's going to be, they're going to think, oh, I need to get on 1.0 to have their tool set and whatnot. What does going on 1.0 require? Oh shit, wiping all my save data and system formatting my Switch. Not really my thing, honestly. And I feel like that lack of initiative to really cement all that can be done to make the community as welcoming as possible may hinder its growth long term. But at the same time, now I've seen the counter arguments about how what 1.0 saves versus 1.2 is about 28 seconds ultimately, and you have to be going for world record to even notice that time advantage come into your grip, which it technically is true. But I feel like the principle of what the top runners do of influence on everyone who's going to be coming in new, because it's known that people are going to watch world record run and whatnot. They're going to. I feel like that still outweighs that brought up fact about how it doesn't really make a big difference. I think it still does, honestly. And I bring it up because I've seen in the past here with the Ocarina of Time runners, there was a dark period in 2013 where the IQ, the IQUE, the IQ, that Chinese knockoff, not knockoff, the Chinese iteration of the N64, where the 64 was built into this really like fat Xbox original controller. It's like a really bad looking controller, and because it was official release of OOT that just had less lag than the 64 or Virtual Console one was ran. If you remember when Narcissa ran it, and it gave her like a 30-second advantage. So I think about that. How inaccessibility of the tools to get really competitive if it ever comes to that point. To me, that's just like dumb and very uncompetitive, like, because you know what I mean? Because you have to have $150. You have to import $150 obscure Chinese console from China, literally from China to wherever you are to have the IQ OOT. So, so I use that example, and that's one. I can probably dig for more if I was really trying to find more there. But yeah, that was a really dark time, and it wasn't known. It wasn't known if Virtual Console was ever going to be useful again on Wii. Everyone had a Wii. Everyone has Virtual Console. It's super accessible. It's super easy to get. IQ, very expensive and isolated to want for one thing. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, just to clarify on that now, yes, Ocarina of Time, well now, by luck, Virtual Console is the faster thing for loading and whatnot at this point. But the OT community is all about speed. They run whatever's the fastest, which I find that it's kind of like that speed first community. I don't want to say community second, because I think OT has a great community, but like, I don't know, that dark period with the IQ was the best thing to use. I don't know. I would think it's important to learn from that lesson and to avoid that situation as much as possible. And to conclude here, I feel like as well, if you are accessible to those who come into speedrunning Odyssey, you have more people playing the game, more discoveries happening. And that's beautiful, because right now you have everyone who's speedrunning right now has the same pair of eyes. Everyone knows about how clips in the game work, but there are things that will not be tried or tested that someone new to the game will give. There are many, many contributors under the Discoveries tab on the SMO Discord that just like, I feel like it takes one person to have a useless glitch become a useful knowledge tool for somebody else to make it all connect together. Like right now, we don't understand clips that well, but eventually, it's coming. Whether it be homebrew, frame advance, or whatever the fuck, it's gonna come eventually. It's gonna be exciting. So I'm super excited for that. But yeah, I think community accessibility, build the community, be the best community you can be first, and then when there's the obvious peak of involved people, and then when it's like on a decline because Nintendo's done patching the game, or like, whatever happens at that point, then you can start catering to the niches of like whatever you want. Now that we know the game's no longer being patched, but as the game's being an actively patched project, I feel like community outreach should be the highest priority above everything else. But that's just me though. That's my opinion, and that's also where I would have rathered a separate tab. However, here I'm now mistaken though. So I thought that all runs, including 1.0, were on the same leaderboard, with you know, like on default. But which maybe that is true. I forget here, but it seems like right now 1.0, the grandfather 1.0, is on it's like, I don't know if it shows up currently on the vanilla leaderboard. It probably does, but point is, I would have vouched for a separate tab over having, because eventually people are gonna like get good times on 1.0. It's gonna like be all up in there, so it's gonna you're gonna see 1.0 versus 1.1 versus 1.2, and I would have vouched for a separate tab over a filter, but I get why would happen, and it's all good though. And on that note, you know, it's just my opinion on that. I'm not even like top 50, top 20 to even have like a real say on whatever's happening. So I support whatever everyone does regardless. Still have the community, of course. And on that note, the next thing here, the final thing here, the other category I'm involved with, Darker Side, where you get the 500 moons and then you beat Darker Side. Happy to see that the frog skip it's patched. You can't do it on 1.2, the new version out right now. And on that note, I believe we are moving forward. I'm actually involved in this discussion here. That we want frog banned, because it's dumb. It's maybe I say banned. I don't really even care if it's like allowed on unpatched, like as a separate tab or category or whatever, or a separate filter. But like, no one's gonna really want to do it, to be honest. There are some situations where it'd be cool to see the run drop below 320, because you can because that can happen if under some certain conditions, if we allowed like duplicate purchase of moons, and perhaps keep dark side skip open and whatnot. But I find it's really dumb that you're getting 500 moons to play darker side, and then you just skip it because you can. So that is exciting. So yeah, I'm excited to hop back on darker side soon, and I mean that in the big way too. I want to grind the shit out of it and see what I can do. Yeah, super excited there. So the patch did help move forward on and I always thought it was also dumb. Like it was really dumb that frog skip was allowed, but then like but then version 1.0 for any percent was banned for a while. So it wasn't really consistent in the first place. So there's all that. And yeah, so I'll get all that on Twitter when I wake up. And I appreciate all of you for listening to my entire rants there. So there's exciting times ahead for Mario Odyssey. All kinds of good stuff right there. So, and with that, any questions? So I know I went over a lot